I was looking at him. Lone warrior. Anyway. But it's just a basket that goes across to actually carry cargo. This is just the skeleton to put on like a bike rack or a kayak raft, whatever. Kayak rack, whatever. That's what's on there for now. What else do we got? Oh, I forgot to show you my exhaust. I guess I did in a couple videos ago, but I might as well throw it in now. Installed a DC exhaust. I thought it came out really well. I was aiming to have a sound that's... I don't want to sound like a fucking Bugatti behind you, but I also didn't want to sound ricey. So I think I got that down. You can hear a sound clip in it of it a couple videos back that I did after the original install. So I'm running that, and I'll show you the hood, what's under the hood.
You know what? That's a perfect example.
So my whole exhaust setup, I'm running that DC catback. But I'm also running, I hope you can hear me over the engine. Do I need the engine? No, I can just turn it off.
I would like you to accept this check.
For the engine, or I mean for the exhaust, so I'm running that DC catback itself, but then I have an AEM cold air intake, not a short ram, but like a legit cold air going all the way down over there intake. And you can't really see it under the covers here, but I got a OBS or OBX-SS manifold doing its thing. What else? Oh, this fucking bad. This is another favorite piece of mine. See this grill? You will not see this grill anywhere else. This is custom made by a guy named, he goes by Padenki. He's actually local here in Houston, but he's known for the grills he makes. And since he was local here in Houston, I hit him up. He doesn't really make them anymore, but I asked if he had any left over, and he said he was working on this one. So I gave him an extra $100 or so to paint it up. And yeah, I also added the BB bumper, as you can see here. I had the license plate frame shaved out because it's ugly and I don't run a front plate. When I do, it's just attached to my visor, and like when I see a cop or whatever, I just flip the visor down, like on the passenger side. But yeah, I switched out my black headlights for legit JDM Zinke headlights from the original BB, and I got the fog lights as well. They're both running 6K LEDs. The top headlights are running HIDs. The corner lights are switchbacks, and the fog lights are just regular 6K or LEDs. And but yeah, it all lights up 6K. Oh, also bumper pole. Love this little guy. This guy's awesome. It turns on and off with. Here, hold on. Let me turn the car on. For those that don't know, I showed it in that, nobody really saw it because nobody gave a shit, but the video where I built that, where I rebuilt my Micro T, I was showing the bumper pole. What it does is it basically just gives you a greater sense of spatial awareness regarding where the front of your bumper is, like where you, like. Because it's mainly a Japanese piece, and it's supposed to be installed on this side, on the driver's side, because Japanese cars are right-hand drive. It's supposed to be opposite of the driver, so we had to get it installed on this side, which was kind of a bitch, but the guys who did my air install, they did it for me, and they made it happen. They got a new garage guy that does the electrical stuff, and he made it work. That guy's badass. Wish I knew his name, but good guy. Oh, they also painted my bumper and stuff. They've been doing some work for me. Oh, you'll also see that I removed my, well, I still have one wiper on because it was raining this weekend and it's Monday, but typically I don't run front wipers, but I keep them in the car just in case. But they're really easy to just take off. It's just that little bolt there. Oh yeah, let me show you how the bumper pull works. So, I mean, in Japan, there's a lot of tight parking and spaces and stuff because Japanese people are crazy. And they all live in one spot all together, standing on top of each other. So there's a lot of parking in tight spaces. So the bumper pole is a popular piece there a lot of cars, it just gives you a greater sense of spatial awareness for when you're parking in tight spaces and parallel parking and stuff. This little switch here.
I've walked 2 marathons. Pretty sure I can handle a 5K.
Goes
He is drafted.
up and down with this switch.
Is this pole?
I just thought it was cute. I don't really need it. Although in Houston it does have some practical use that I've found. It's really just for aesthetics. It's just cute. And I've always liked the look of it. Oh, I forgot to show you. I'm running NRG hood dampers. The chrome ones, which are kind of rare because they only make the black ones now. But I found some chrome ones on eBay. Am I missing anything? Let's see. That's about it. That is about it. Let's just get a full view of everything. So this is the back seat. Everything we got going on here. There's the front. Oh, I forgot to mention the wheels. I got new wheels. Rotiform BLQs. I got them from a guy in Phoenix. Oh, it was such a bitch. The shit that I went through getting these wheels. The original ones that I ordered, which were the exact same ones, I bought them like straight from the company, straight from the manufacturer, and they sent me ones in a box. And I took them to Firestone and I got them wrapped up and I was having them installed on the car, and the Firestone guys are real stingy. They don't let you back there. I like to be in the garage when the guys are working on my shit. They don't like that. So I just looked out the window when they had my car lifted up and they were installing the wheels, and they were the NUEs as opposed to the BLQs, which these are. And I was like, those aren't my fucking wheels. So I went in there and they had to take the wheels off, and it was another, like, there's a guy named Ian at Rotiform. He is such a bitch to work with. It took me over 2 months to get my like $1.5 grand back, even though I had already, like, I sent them like like a month and a half after I sent them and they received their wheels back. It was just such a bitch getting my shit back. But I eventually tracked these down through a guy in Phoenix. Well, it was actually a guy I used because the guy he wasn't willing to ship them. The guy who owned them. So the guy who made my speaker grills up here, Nick, he picked them up for me because they both live in Phoenix, and Nick sent them over for me. Thank you, Nick. And I added 206 company -3 camber shims in the back. I'm not running any spacers. The fitment seems to be just about right. What I want is to, I'm running, oh, I forgot to mention I switched my the old stock shocks out in the back for, not Sienna, Echo shocks, Toyota Echo shocks, and that didn't give me quite the drop that I wanted. It added another like little bit more than ½ an inch, maybe a full inch in the back. But what I want is oh, I also rolled the fenders, or Chris did, the same guy who installed my headliner. I want the fender to kiss the lip when I air out. I want these two to kiss, but I'm more so. Yeah, because if I added the shocks right, because Echo shocks or Sienna shocks will give me that extra drop that I need, but if I added them right now, they would kind of sit on top of each other, whereas I want the fender to sit in the lip. You know what I'm saying? Like, see how the wheel or the tire sits in the lip? That's where I want the fender to be. So I'm gonna get wheels that are, or tires that are about 1 inch thinner so that they can stretch them out and I have the lip more exposed. And then I think I'm gonna put like just really tiny spacers on, because it doesn't look like I need much. And then we'll put the Echo shocks on, or the Sienna shocks on rather, and that should give me the result that I'm looking for. And I'm thinking maybe later on, after I make this trip that I'm gonna make, I'm gonna switch to -5 camber just to get a little bit more extra width out the back. It's a pretty good look as it is, but you know, I'd still like a little bit more flare in the back. So like I said, I might go with -5 after I make that trip that I'm gonna make. So I think that's about it. I think we're done. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions or if you want any links to anything or if you're wondering where I got anything. I really enjoyed this build, guys. It's been a really fun build so far. I'm just about wrapping it up. I got a one-of-a-kind body kit, or lip kit that it was my favorite lip kit in the world, and some guy just let me, the Chris guy, the same guy, so you know Chris now. You know of Chris now. He let me know that that the lip kit that I was looking for, this guy AJ, who had it, it's like a prototype kit. It's the only one in the world. And I was like drooling over it a couple months before this. It popped up for sale on Facebook at like 3 a.m. and Chris messaged me and it woke me up and I was like, fuck. I got up there, I snatched that shit up real fast. So it's sitting in my closet right now. It's waiting to be installed, but I don't want to install it here yet. I gotta wait till I make that trip up to where I'm going and then I'll install it because it's a big kit and it'll get torn up down here. Yeah, because Houston is crazy. So, but after I install that, and do like the air controller, maybe the -5, and get that fitment the way that I want it in the back, we're pretty much done. And I've been looking into MK5 Golfs. There's this guy AJ Gotrin that you can find through Google. You just look up AJ Gotrin's MK5, quote unquote. It's a car that's just been interesting me for a while. It's been interesting me. It's caught my interest. So that's probably going to be my next project after this is done. I'm not going to get rid of this car. This is my baby. My mom bought this for me prior to her death. So I mean, this is my dream car. This was the first car that I ever saw that ever caught my attention. My original subscribers remember when I first got this car back in like 2009. I was way excited, and it's just been a journey ever since. So yeah, once I get that kit on, we're going to be able to, it's AJ, the guy who had it, he got it modified. They modified it so it just perfectly kisses the ground when you air out. It's a beautiful, beautiful kit. So yeah, I just got to get it painted because it's currently AJ's color, which is like a weird sand cherry type thing. But yeah. Thanks for watching, and take care.